No hyperbole. That is the biggest win this season. We needed that. Hawks win 5-4 in overtime over the Nashville Predators. They found a way to beat the Nashville Predators after I screamed my head off ranting about this team the last time they played Nashville. Oh, wait, that was the last game. The fact that this team I yelled at and screamed at, top of my lungs, lost my voice over in the last game, comes out into this game on Wednesday Night Hockey and wins in overtime with a fantastic comeback. I don't know what to say, except I am very happy right now because that is no hyperbole the biggest win this season. Not only was it a huge comeback win, but it was also against the team that currently holds our playoff spot. So I guess let's talk about the game, shall we? Just about 4 minutes into the game, Roman Josi has it for the Predators and is behind his own net. He starts to come out. Vinny Hinostroza chases him down, jars the puck loose. Brandon Hagel picks it up. It's a 2-on-1 with Suter. He gets that pass over to Suter and he bangs it past Saros. And it's 1-0 Hawks. A great play from the entire line. Hinostroza, a very underrated player in this play, jarring this and causing this turnover from Josi, which Hagel picks up and gets a beautiful pass right to Pius Suter, and it just barely beat Saros. It actually almost made the save there, which would have been a really good save, but he didn't. 1-0. So the Hawks have this lead for probably just about 10 minutes, literally, as just about 6 minutes to go in the first. Murphy is defending Arvidsson, who basically walks right around him behind the net. He tries the wraparound, doesn't get it there, but it's kind of rolling right around the crease, and there's just... How is Malcolm Subban supposed to stop this puck? Eeli Tolvanen gets the goal and ties the game. I mean, the dude is sitting right there. That's just unbelievable. Arvidsson tried the wraparound, it failed, but it ended up actually working out in their favor as Tolvanen's right there. Subban can do nothing to stop that puck. And they've tied the game, and that's just rough, really rough, because the defense left Tolvanen wide open. So headed into intermission, tied at 1. And the second period had about 10 minutes of nothing, and then a very, very eventful period from there on out. Just like our game, all the way back in January on Wednesday Night Hockey against the Predators, this game did not get good until the second half of the game. Only this time, there was more scoring. 2, it was 1-1 at this point, where there was no goals until the third period in that game. That was a defensive showcase. This was all offense. So, we start with defense, naturally. So, in about 8 minutes to go in the period, Malcolm Subban gloves his shot, and then about a minute later, he makes 2 fantastic saves on 2 Predator players, one being a rebound that he just barely got in time and kept the Predators away from the net. But it all came crashing down about a minute later as Colton Sissons fires it past Subban to give the Predators a 2-1 lead. Now, see, this is a bad play by Connor Murphy. He had a pretty bad game, to be honest. And this was just one of the first. This is just one of a few bad plays that led to goals that he let up. Tried to get a stick on the puck. Couldn't get a stick on the puck. Probably whiffed it about 2 or 3 times before Sissons got over there. And he walks right through him. Connolly's trying to chase him down. Zadorov ain't doing anything over there. And of course he's going to fire it because it's the Predators. They're going to win that battle because it's the Predators. And I say that because it's always those types of plays that a team like the Predators capitalize on. If you make a mistake like that, they will capitalize. They will score. 9 times out of 10, they will score, regardless of, whatever, how the game is going, how bad or good you are. They're going to score if you give them a chance like that, because that was a juicy chance for Colton Sisson, and it just exploited the Chicago defense and kind of reinforced the our defense sucks kind of narrative. And you know what? The defense got exposed again. You know what? Literally less than a second to go in the period, Mikhail Granlund scores to give the Predators a 3-1 lead with less than a second to go in the period. It's a 3-on, I think it was either a 3-on-3 or a 3-on-2, I can't remember. But Granlund has the puck. He just holds it. Murphy is flinging the stick for all of his life. My gosh, like, dude. Pulls it right around him and fires it past Subban. Murphy gets exposed yet again. Not a good night for Murphy. I said it before. This further proves it. And it will be further proven in the third period as the Predators go up 3-1. And it gets even better for Connor Murphy as in the first minute of the third period, he gets taken down by Luke Trennan. I think that's his first name. And his helmet comes off. The new rule is, you get penalized if you don't put your helmet back on, or you go to the bench, or you put your helmet back on. You get penalized if you leave the helmet on the ice. That's what it is now. So Murphy naturally tries to put his helmet back on. But this is probably the most laughable moment in the NHL this week, easily, because as he puts his helmet back on, his chin strap gets stuck and blocks out one of his eyes. So he's got impaired vision. And naturally, what happens next? He's the one that has to defend a huge play. And obviously, naturally, cannot. It goes right in the back of the net. It's 4-1. You could possibly blame Connor Murphy on all 4 of these goals. Maybe a couple of them. Actually, no. The first one, you don't. And I wouldn't say that that's all Murphy's fault. The second one, he didn't do a good job. Third one, didn't do a good job. Fourth one, he had his chin strap in front of his freaking eye. Of course it's his fault. Kind of, I guess. I don't know. But, you can't all blame it on Murphy, as the rest of the defense didn't give him any help as well. The rest of the team, because he got exposed tonight. And being a pretty good defenseman in the league, naturally, you're going to be attacked quite a bit. And naturally, Connor Murphy, starting to get into that position where he's going to be attacked a bunch, is not holding up very well, as this game purely showed, as they just exposed Connor Murphy. And Mikael Granlund, perfect pass to Luke Cunnin. It's 4-1 Preds. And in the span of about 8 minutes of game time, they've got 3 goals. See, this is what I mean about the Predators being annoying as hell, because they'll pull off stuff like this. The Hawks aren't necessarily a team that rattles off 2 or 3 goals rapid. They aren't usually that kind of a team. The Predators are that team. They are a team that can, once they get a goal, they can get another goal, and they can get another goal. They are a beneficiary of score effects. And another team that's like that are, the Lightning. That's another one. We've seen them do that a couple times where they just scored like 3 goals in the span of like 5 minutes. We've seen them do it. Who else has done it? Quite a few other teams have done it this season. We have not really been able to get like 3 goals in the span of like 5 minutes up until tonight. Because once the Hawks found themselves down 4-1, it all seemed like hope is lost. I'm going to be screaming my head off for another 20 minutes. I think this is probably where it's going to go. I actually turned off the game. Just kind of mentally preparing myself for today's video. I woke up this morning, looked at the score, and I saw that we won in overtime. Naturally, I go check the highlights. How the hell did we come back from this against the Predators? Because for some reason, we play the Nashville Predators. If we lose momentum, it's gone for the rest of the game. So how did we manage to build momentum back after letting up 4 goals in a row, basically? Well, it starts with a nice play in the Nashville zone. So this is about literally halfway through the period. Murphy takes a shot. Kane picks it up off the rebound after some stick passing. Kane gets a pass in front. It goes past the stick of Hagel, maybe intentionally. I would assume intentionally because it went right to the stick of Wyatt Kalynuk. He gets in the back of the net, and Wyatt Kalynuk, how about that? He's getting in the back of the net here pretty frequently since he's come join the team. I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. He's had a couple bad plays on the defensive side, but he's putting pucks in the back of the net. He is looking pretty nice. I'm liking what I'm seeing on the offensive front from Kalynuk. Obviously, the defensive side can always use improvement, especially with this team. But Kalynuk gets the goal. It's a 1-goal game. He scores with just under 10 minutes to go. So we're now at about 9 minutes to go. So about a minute removed from this goal. And Keith gets it over to Zadorov in the back as they, wait for a second. They get it up to Vinny Hinostroza. That starts a 3-on-2, basically, with DeBrincat and Doc. Hinostroza gets a pass to Doc. He kind of turns a little bit weirdly, but he gets a pass right to Hinostroza, and it goes in the back of the net. Vinny Hinostroza gets his first goal back with Chicago. I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But Vinny Hinostroza, instead of being involved with the play in the assist side, he's the one to put it in the back of the net. Glad to see him back with the organization. He is looking really good since he's come back, since we acquired him from Florida. Man, we are looking like we are going to win that trade. Holy cow. Hinostroza, welcome back. So we go about a minute later, actually probably more about 2 minutes later, just about 7 minutes to go now, and Murphy fires it on. Saros steers aside. It was mostly a dump in, and Connolly makes a nice play to on the wall here, around the corner, gets a little touch that sends it around, and Suter's able to pick it up behind the net. And Kubalik is just, there is no one covering him. He is all by himself in the slot, too. This is one of those satisfying plays that you can conjure up, basically. The behind the net, right in front goal, if you want to call it that. I'm kind of stuttering a little bit here. But Suter, behind the net, right in front, Kubalik goes blasts it to the top half of the net, and somehow the Hawks have scored 3 goals in it's been about 4 minutes and have tied this game at 4 with 7 minutes to play. Holy cow. Just, where was this all season? Where was this? We have been missing this kind of offensive explosiveness late in games. We've been missing this all year. Better late than never to show up. If we can keep going like this, I'm going to be a happy camper. Because if we're able to put some pucks in the back of the net in the back ends of games, that is going to be good. Because we cannot rely on just scoring in the first half of the game and letting that ride us to a victory. Fun fact. This is the 7th time we played the Predators this season. Number 7. We only got one more left. Thank God. This is the first time we have scored 3 goals against this team in 7 tries. We did not score 3 in 7 tries. That is not good. Like, how are we able to put up 3 a game and sometimes 4 against a team like Florida and Tampa, but cannot score 3 against Nashville? So there's nothing else in this third period. Kind of comes to a halt, and we're going to overtime. Finally, our first points against Nashville since all the way back in January. Can you believe that? That's how bad this team has been against Nashville. We have not scored a point. We have lost in regulation for the past 4 games. Oh my gosh. Jeez. But that changes tonight as we get a point. We go to overtime. Let's pick up our first 2-point game against Nashville. Please, for all that is good, we need this badly. And this is... I've been waiting for this for a long time. Vinny Hinostroza, yes, he's called again. Takes this puck basically on a pass from Brandon Hagel up through center ice into the zone, drops it off for Brandon Hagel. He moves around a Nashville defender, and he puts it high over Saros, and we did it! We did it! We did it! The Hawks beat the Predators for the first time this year. It's like my dream come true. Oh my gosh. Brandon Hagel. Who would have thought he was going to be the one to deliver the game-winning goal against Nashville? Hawks win. Hawks win. Oh, yes. I've been waiting for this all year. I just wanted one win against Nashville. And we finally got it. And it took a miracle to get it. Oh my gosh. Wow. What a comeback. They finish it off with 4 straight of their own. We pick up the 2 points. That is huge. Unfortunately, we give Nashville an extra point for forcing overtime. But we won. We won. I'm taking it. I don't care. We beat Nashville. We won. I don't care if it was in overtime. I don't care if we were down 4-1. I don't care if we looked like garbage for the first 2 periods. We won. And that's what matters. You win or you lose, and in this game, the Hawks won. I think I just happy. I just don't want this moment ruined because you saw me in the last video. I was kind of mad. So I'll take this. I'll take this any day of the week. Especially on national television, too. Wow. What a game. Notice how in this game that there were, like, no defensive plays other than, like, the one couple good saves that Subban made? Yeah, Subban is able to pick up the win. He shuts the door, does what he needs to do as the Hawks went down 4-1, but Saros, both goalies had their periods of really bad plays as Subban let up those 3 in about 8 minutes, and then Saros let up 3 in about 4, and then the overtime winner, which, man, both goalies, they had rough nights. That's just kind of what it is. They just had pretty rough nights. Saros got beat on the top a lot. He was going down into the, closing up the 5-hole like that. There was still like a second before that shot went on. And especially in overtime, you can see Saros just go down in the, to stop the 5-hole. But he doesn't, isn't aware of the top. It gets beat. And that's how the game ends. I mean, the goalies did not really play that well. Even though there were so many shots on net, all the quality ones were going in the back of the net. All I ask is you end the season 2-0 against Nashville. You get the last 2 games and you win those 2 games. I ask for that. Please, I beg of you, win this next game against Nashville. It would be huge for not only, because it's against the Preds, but because it's the playoffs on the line here. They've got our spot. We can't let them take our spot. So, yeah, we got the Predators again. One more time. One more. And that's it for them. I am so done to be playing this team. I am so done with playing this team. I am so glad that this is our last game. Because, my goodness, I do not want to have to play him again because of how bad we've looked against him this season. So, without further ado, that's going to end this video. I'm very happy because my team won! Yay! So, please like the video. Please subscribe if you really liked it. It's the same color as my jersey. And in the next video, hopefully they win. Because it's Nashville, they'll probably lose. I'll probably have to eat my words. So, let's hope they win! Yay! Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.